Hi, today we are going to see OOPS concept in Java. OOPS stands for Object Oriented Programming Language. The Object Oriented Programming Language mainly represents as an object. Everything is an object. Based on that object, we have to create the design of the program. And also OOPS concept to provide the code reusability and reusability, because it provides how the way to we create the structure of program. This is very useful for the developers to develop the program. The main advantage of the OOPS concept is code reusability, code redundancy, design benefits, high security, better productivity. For the software developers, the design benefits and the better productivity when we have to use this OOPS concept. And also it gives the high security, and we have to use the code once we written the code. After that we have to reuse the code also. Data redundancy means we do not take the unwanted codes in our the program. Okay, the OOPS concept is mainly simplify the software developers to maintain. For that maintenance, we have to provide some concept. That is object, class, inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation. Object. First of all, the object is an entity. The entity means it has some state or the behavior. The object only we have to define as the instance of the class. It also takes some memory space to store the elements. And in that object, we have to create a new object. In Java program means we have to use the new keyword. New as a keyword to create the object. For example, human being. Human being is an object. The human being have states and behavior. Its state means for particular human being have a name, date of birth, gender, etc. In that human being have also the behavior, that is a sleeping, reading, writing. This is the best example for the object. Next, class. Class is a prototype or blueprint that defines the form of object, how the object is defined from the class. Class is basically defined as a collection of many objects, from the classes. It does not take the memory space. And in the class, we do not have to write the access modifier, because it takes as a default access modifier. For example, class school. This is the school. Okay, school is a class. In the class, we have to define the instance object, that is a int teachers, int student. For example, we have to take it. Next, inheritance. Inheritance means if one object inherit all properties and behavior from the object. What is mean that? If for example we have taken the parent. The parent has the reading capacity and also they have many interest to reading books. That properties and the behavior has the child also. That is the inheritance. In the inheritance, we have to use code reusability. In inheritance, we have to define the two types. One is the hasher relationship and also issuer relationship. The types of inheritance means single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance. Single inheritance means if the class B inherit all property from the class A. This is the single inheritance. Next, multi-level inheritance. If the class C inherit all properties from the class B, the class B inherit all properties from the class A by using the extends keyword. This is a multi-level inheritance. Next one is a hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance means if the class B and class A have the same parents, this child has inherit all properties from the class A. This is the hierarchical inheritance. Next, multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means there is a two parent classes. The two parent classes has one child class. In Java, multiple inheritance does not allow, because the child class is a one. The child class does not occur the properties from the two parents. So the multiple inheritance does not use in Java. Next, polymorphism. Polymorphism means one task can be performed in a different ways. In that polymorphism, we have to achieve the method like overloading and the overloading for achieve the polymorphism. For example, in polymorphism, we have to take I am sales one product like a powder. It's a powder means or anything. I am take a laptop. In that laptop, I am convincing the customer in many ways. For example, we have to give the advertise. We have also give the ads. For different ways, we have to convince the customer. That is the polymorphism. One task can be performed as a different way. Overloading and overriding. Overloading means the class has the multiple method have the same name but different parameters. If any class have the same name but they pass the different parameters, that is the overloading. Overriding means the child class has the same method has declared as the parent class and the parameters also same. This is the difference between overloading and overriding. Next, abstraction. Abstraction means we do not show the internal functions and we have to show the external functionality. For example, we have to give we have to take in the PC. In that PC, we have see the internal function. We do not see the internal functionality, but we can see the external functionality. This is the abstraction. Another one is the encapsulation. The encapsulation means we have to bind the data and code together. In that encapsulation means we have to bind data and the code together. That is the encapsulation. For example, we have to take as a capsule. In that capsule, we have the two different types. The two different types binding as a one type. That is the encapsulation. We have to bind the data and code together as a one. That is the encapsulation. This is basic as the OOPS concept. If you have any doubts means please comment. We will reply. Thank you.